I think it was Tuesday, Governor Little called me and said that probably would be getting a call from some federal folks the next day. That part didn't happen. The day after that, however, the governor's task force on the COVID, at least two people on that, wanted to have a meeting with Nikki and I, phone conversation. So when the time came, Nikki called me up, gave me the information. We got on the phone, and the conversation was, to me, quite disturbing. I will not name names, but Governor Little was not on the call. It was just the two folks from his task force. The first person was a lady, well-spoken, made some good comments. Immediately thereafter, the man jumped on and said that we had to reduce the number of COVID positives in our district if we absolutely had to. It was our responsibility, mostly mine. And if that didn't happen, schools would not open, businesses would not open. They were going to get on television, the air anyway. They were going to name names and make sure that everyone knew that we, and especially me, was responsible for any of those things not happening. I took that for about 1 minute, and I came unglued.
Thank you.
I told them I would not stand for threats. No, ma'am, we're not talking to you. Anyway, I was told that that was not a threat. That was just the way it was going to be. I said, yes, it is a threat, and don't you ever talk to me that way again. I said, if you want to call and talk and have a rational adult conversation, we'd be glad to talk about it. And at that point, I sort of switched over to try to represent the board, because I'm sure we would all like to have a rational conversation and come up with, if there's better ideas in order to how to do that or why, that we would be more than glad to listen and to talk about it. After that, I calmed down a little bit, and we talked about some other things. Now, I will ask Nikki if my ire clouded my remembrance of exactly what went on there. If she wants to correct me, or add anything that I've missed in particular that was important, please feel free to do so, because, like I said, I was pretty hot, and sometimes under those situations, your remembrance is not as good as it could be. So if that needs corrected, please do so.
Mr. Chair, there's nothing I would change about your recollection of the conversation. Maybe just a couple additions. The folks on the phone did ask the board, I would say the district, consider measures if we're going to make any new recommendations or changes, consider limits on social gatherings, and not to necessarily close bars, but to, I think it said require seating in bars, if that sounds correct. Or
yes, that's true.
So those were two mitigation strategies that they seemed to hit on a couple times in the conversation. I have nothing else.